Have you noticed how some films are almost like twin projects? Released the same year, dealing with the same topic, with almost identical characters and story? Of course, Hollywood studios are constantly spying on each other's. They're all afraid of missing a trend or a success hit. But this rivalry sometimes reaches new heights. The twin films. The disaster movie genre can give us a very symptomatic example. The year was 1998, and the world almost ended, twice. A journalist discovers the government has secretly been preparing for over a year to send a team of astronauts to place a nuclear bomb inside a comet that will wipe out all life on the planet. A group of hotheads drillers have to train to be astronauts in 2 weeks so they can fly to space and put a nuclear bomb inside a giant asteroid that threatens all life on Earth. Many similarities, of course. Officials come up with a plan to save humanity and divert the asteroid from its collision course with our planet. A group of heroic astronauts are sent to fulfill this perilous task. The initial plan fails, and instead of destroying the asteroid, the attempt breaks the doomsday rock into smaller pieces that are still set on a collision course with the planet. A sacrifice must be made to save humankind. But the twins are not monozygotic. Armageddon is action-packed from start to finish. In Deep Impact, most of the tension is derived not from immediately dangerous circumstances, but from whether or not the meteors will strike Earth, and how the human race will survive. Deep Impact is clearly trying to infuse a certain amount of realism. It is not by all means all correct, but normal viewers won't be shaking their head at any of the science stuff. That's a different story with Armageddon. It has zero interest in anything but explosions and landing its quips.
Have you ever heard of Evel Knievel?
No, I never saw Star Wars.
In a nutshell, Armageddon is a silly space movie about blowing stuff up, and Deep Impact is a serious Earth movie about people in danger. Armageddon is celebrating American and heroic values. 'Cause, you know, Michael Bay. Deep Impact is playing the religious card. You can't miss the parable of divine punishment.
But the waters receded.
Armageddon is not kind with women. They are either powerless daughters or hookers. Even the mandatory female astronaut is immediately sexualized by her companions.
It just mirrors what's really hot.
Yeah.
Deep Impact has a lot more to offer in terms of diversity, gender or skin color, with all kind of profiles and motivations. Journalists, teenagers, parents, astronauts, political figures. There are big names in both films, and the acting is coherent with the global tone of each movie. An adventure for Bruce Willis and his team, a drama for Téa Leoni's one. Special mention for Morgan Freeman. His take on the US president is excellent. Hearing his soothing voice informing you that a comet is headed towards the planet to kill everyone is almost pleasant.
There will be no hoarding. There will be no sudden profiteering.
One word to sum it up: Bayhem. The signature of a true American auteur. He sure does know how to shoot explosive action sequences and give his movie a distinct look. Saturated colors, complicated blocking and lighting. He makes extensive use of long lenses, and the camera is 99% of the time in movement. Special effects? They still hold up. Except for the destruction of Shanghai. Looks really bad. Mimi Leder is one of the few women directors in these days of the last millennium. Action sequences are good and well crafted, but nothing special. Even if there are some cool shots here and there. The more emotional scenes are subtle and realistic. They work pretty well. If one thing hasn't aged well about Deep Impact, it has to be some of the special effects. But the bar was high because they had to show flowing water on a very large scale, something still difficult to achieve realistically nowadays. Both have a similar and mediocre critics score on Rotten Tomatoes. And while Armageddon made more money at the box office, it also had a considerably bigger budget than Deep Impact, making the movies evenly matched in terms of profitability. With so many similarities, why Armageddon seems to have left a bigger mark on people's memories? Well, it has a happier ending. Bruce Willis' character nobly sacrifices his own life, save Earth and allow his daughter's fiancé to return home to her. In Leder's movie, the brave astronauts all sacrifice their lives in order to destroy the most dangerous of the two parts of the asteroid. The second one strikes in the ocean. Téa Leona's character accepts her death in the following megatsunami. The entire eastern seaboard of the United States is wiped out, with millions killed. Quite gloomy. But Deep Impact is the winner here for me, thanks to its better fleshed out characters. What is your favorite? Tell us and please subscribe for more twin flicks and flicks fight.